you're overweight, when you're the fat guy, you know you are, but you live in this sort of self-imposed denial. You look at yourself in the mirror and you think, how did I let myself get to this point? I don't like who I've become. This isn't who I am. I'm living an unfulfilled life and I'm watching my life's dreams just fade away. Then you finally reach that moment when you're ready to take control. And that's when you know it's time to make a change. My name is Kenny Sailors. I'm 32 years old and I'm obese. But all of that is about to change. I'm about to do something that many would consider extreme. For the next 40 days, I'm going to fast on absolutely nothing but water.
Very concerned about your health. Your body really isn't meant to do that.
I think it's absurd. I don't think it's possible.
I'm sure it's not healthy, but you know what? Probably living in Los Angeles where we are right now is not too healthy.
I think that's ridiculous.
Okay.
He's got to have vitamins, he's got to have nutrition. It's something that's not healthy for him. In the long run, it could come back to haunt him. I don't know.
I think he'll pass out, sick, anorexic. You get your energy from food. I think he would die.
So you're saying carrot juice?
Yeah. Ooh, carrot juice is good, man. Holy crap. You gotta taste the. I'm gonna make him taste carrot
I've
juice.
had the Sobe carrot orange stuff.
Yeah, but it's not the same. It's not real, man. This stuff is really fresh. Carrot juice is like, it's like drinking.
I've never had it, so.
Drinking life. Nice and quiet. Wouldn't suggest juicing in the middle of the night, unless you hate your neighbors. I'll drink this first before I clean up this crap. You have to drink carrot juice, or any juice for that matter, fast, because juices are living. They're living things. So whenever you juice, you have to drink within like 2 minutes in order to get the full maximum effect of the vitamins and nutrients going to the body. This coming from an overweight fat guy who knows so much about nutrition. Okay, first things first. Before I decided to do the fast, I wanted to go back home, see my family, visit some old friends in my hometown of Greenville, Texas. Greenville's your typical small town USA. It's definitely a far cry from Los Angeles. Growing up, I went to Greenville High School, attended Greenville First Assembly, worked at Greenville Hardware, and ate lots of Greenville food. Is this me right here?
Oh, yeah, that's you. I think that's you. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. This is Kenny when he was in the band. And he was real thin then. And he played the trumpet.
Growing up, he was active from the time he started walking. He liked sports and he liked to play football, and he never met a stranger. He was always quite friendly with everybody. When he was in high school, he was very thin, almost frail looking. I never thought that he would ever gain this much weight. So when he started gaining weight, then he started this coughing.
Okay.
When Kenny said that he was going to go on a long fast, I wasn't sure if he could do it, but I knew that because he has determination that he probably could.
So what is fasting and why did I choose this? Simple. Fasting has been the most proven way to detox the body and give it time to heal. Throughout history, people of many faiths, including Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and most Eastern religions, have used fasting as a healing process for spiritual purification and communion with God. Why 40 days? Well, 40 seems to be a number that is repeated in most of the holy books, and specifically in the Bible over and over and over, so it sounded like the right number for me. I knew the smart thing to do before I started was to get a medical team on board. So I did my research and called lots of doctors, but none of them wanted to take me on. Finally, I found a place in Marina Del Rey that agreed to meet with me.
Come on in, Kenny. It sounds like you've got some interesting, life-changing plans.
Yeah,
I want to hear more about it.
Yeah, I'm obviously overweight, so I'd been doing research over the past year about what ways to really reform my health and to try to get me back on track and everything. And so, and then that's when I came across fasting,
All
just
right.
a water fast. And
A water fast?
Yes, a water fast for 40 days. And,
Wait, you're talking about doing a water fast for 40 days? That's very extreme, Kenny. A water fast for 40 days is probably the most extreme type of fasting you can do, and for the longest amount of time that anyone should possibly attempt it. And you shouldn't attempt it without medical supervision, I can tell you that straight off.
The big thing for me, the passion for me, is about the obesity epidemic in the world. In my research, that's what really stood out to me. The numbers are astronomical, about how many people are overweight. According to the CDC, the number of morbidly obese across the United States has skyrocketed to over 30% in the last 20 years. Not only that, but what is obesity costing you and me, the taxpayer? Well, if you break down the cost and compare them to other taxpayer expenditures, you can see it adds up really quickly. To fly our president for 1 year in Air Force One cost us $500 million. All costs associated with illegal aliens in California alone cost taxpayers $9 billion a year. If you add up the money spent on the No Child Left Behind policy, it's a staggering $23 billion a year. And all costs associated with drunk driving, a whopping $24 billion a year. So how does obesity stand up to these numbers? Well, when you add up increased insurance costs, loss of work due to obesity conditions, increased Medicare and Medicaid costs, it comes to $80 billion a year. That's more than all of those other programs combined. Let's do some math here. Divide $80 billion by the total U.S. population in 2008, and what do you get? Obesity is costing $263 for every American citizen. That's man, woman, and child. So no matter what size you happen to be, it's still coming out of your pocket. So that made me start thinking, wow, I'm one of those statistics.
Well, let me say this at least, Kenny, because I applaud you for at least taking some steps to improve your health. The number one thing, though, should be you improving your health. We can help you get well, but let us do it in the right way.
Okay.
Number one is you need to get medical supervision.
Yeah.
The great thing about Lumeria, the healing spa, is we can offer full service. So we're going to introduce you to the medical doctor that we have on staff here. Okay. You're going to need to get a full physical, some blood work. Make sure you're healthy enough to do something like an extreme fast. On a personal note, you should be really proud of what you're doing. It's so difficult. I don't know anyone other than some very serious medical practitioners who attempted what you're doing. What you're doing is difficult, and you should be very proud that you're taking such a step to get healthy.
I know it is extreme, but sometimes you have to go to extremes to be extremely healthy, I think they're on board. That's going to be great. In order to get through this, I'm going to need some help. I'll need my friends around me to keep me motivated and to get me through my moments of weakness. I'll be staying part of the time with my good friends Paul and Sonia. Sonia's been wanting to fast for a while and thought now would be the perfect time to do it, and I couldn't agree more. Paul, he'll continue to eat a lot of tempting food and stay magically skinny, which honestly really isn't fair. I'll also be staying with some of my other friends, Jeremy and Elena. I've known them for a long time, and I know they can put up with my ridiculous shenanigans. This is John and Matt. They're helping me document this entire adventure. Now, you're not seeing double, they're actually identical twins, and I really have trouble telling them apart, which is always fun. The rules are like this. Obviously, no food for the next 40 days. No gum, no candy of any kind, no mints, nothing, just water for that whole time. Also, I'm going to be keeping record of how many times I go to the bathroom, how many bottles of water I drink. This little baby here, the wallet, anytime I'm left alone without supervision around, there to take my wallet. Whoever's near me, besides, well, so whoever's near me that I know, not just somebody, I can never be alone with my wallet and with access to money.
And so are you nervous?
Uh,
Are you optimistic?
I'm very optimistic about it. I'm actually really excited about it. I'm you know, as emotionally attached as I've become to this, I'm ready to let it go. Okay. Since all I'm going to be drinking for the next 40 days is water, I thought I'd take my doctor's advice and go pick up some Smart Water. Vegetable. And then I just grab about 5 of these. Nah, I'll just get 5. These are sport ones. I think Smart Water is going to be my new best friend for the next month and a half. Plastic will be fine. Tomorrow's my first day, and there's so much on my mind. Did I make the right choice? Is fasting too extreme? What if I can't do it? I mean, I've fasted before, but never for this long. I have no idea what I'll be going through. This is my maid staff.
Give me a break.
Turn
Make
it
your
up.
own bed. So this is when it all begins. It's the start of the journey for Kenny Sailors. So I'm going to go in the next room, wake him up. Kenny, time to get up. First day of your fast.
Day one begins.
So, this is from Paul and I. A little gift to start off your journey.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
See if
great.
it fits around your big head.
Yeah, oh boy, this is one I actually go over the head.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, I know one thing. Once it goes on, it ain't coming off. Oh, my.
Don't poke your
Oh, well,
eye.
hopefully my head will lose weight. Golly.
So I got my juice, you got your water.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
I'm starting my Sympathy 40-day juice fast.
Sonia is doing 40 days juice fast, but why did I do that? I just spill all say
Oh, thanks, baby.
You're welcome. Anything I can do.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Here, cheers.
To day one. Whee!
Just like candy.
Just like water. I'm going for my first physical now, my first weigh-in. Honestly, I've been terrified of the scale for years. I'm afraid of knowing what my weight is. I always thought I was like 5'9"3/4, but apparently I'm not that tall, which is sad, because that's not tall. I'm so ashamed of my height and my weight and pretty much everything. And I got my own little pretty robe that they actually have to find one that's a bigger size because this one will not fit me, will not fit around my big fat belly.
Hi Kenny, how are you?
Doing good.
Good to see you. So we're going to measure everything and everything because when you stress your body the way you are going to stress it, fasting completely, there will be a lot of physiological and biochemical changes in your body. So, but we will be watching you and we'll be measuring, we'll make sure that your electrolytes are correct and all that. But I want you to be aware there is always risk for what you're trying to achieve.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
So it's not an easy deal that you're, this is a major issue, okay?
Right.
All right, yeah. So we're gonna do your body measurements. So Your weight is 315.2 pounds. 53% of that weight is made out of fat.
53% fat.
So basically, a little over half of your weight is made out of fat, huh?
Wow.
And your body mass index is 47.8, where in fact we shouldn't see you greater than 28, you know, BMI of 28, you know, maybe 30 maximum.
30 maximum.
Yeah. And your lean body mass is 147 pounds. 147, okay? The ideal thing, Kenny, right now is that we should be very close watching your progress and assessing where you are.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, well, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you,
All right.
Kenny. Right.
Well,
all the best.
Yes, thanks.
Huh?
Okay.
So, how are the measurements? Right here.
Big.
You see that?
Unbelievable. Look at that.
his body?
Oh, my friends.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
We're going to fix that, aren't
I know.
we?
Isn't that amazing? 53.1%. Cool. I know, man.
It's a good thing you're doing this.
Boy, I'll tell you that.
But the good news is, you know, you're in good health, so doing a fast is
Yeah.
okay, because not
I know, that's-
everybody should be doing it,
I
but
know.
you're
I
okay.
know.
You
That's,
got the
which is
doctor's
weird with
approval.
53% of me being blub.
So you're young and good.
Okay, so I had my first physical today. Basically, 53% of me is fat, and 167 pounds of fat on me. That's what it is. So, I knew it was big, but man, that's really bigger than I thought. So anyhow, so this is day one, and it'll be interesting to see what happens day two. And I've got a headache already starting, becoming pretty bad actually. So anyhow, so day one, physical over. You know, good news, I'm pretty healthy. Bad news, I'm really fat. I look at myself in the mirror, and so I see what I am now, and I know where I was, and I know what I can be. The problem is I seem to have this block of getting over it, and I'm trying. And that's the thing, is when people see me, they just see a fat guy, but what they don't see is they don't see that I'm a person who struggles with this every day. It's something that I am trying to overcome, and I know there are much bigger people than me around. And so I can't even imagine what they go through. I went through a very, very difficult breakup, and I was under the impression everything was fine. And then all of a sudden, she calls me up one night and just says, "Look, it's over." I was devastated. I mean, I wasn't just brokenhearted. I was broken. And she never gave me a reason, just ended it. I didn't know how to handle that. I didn't know emotionally what to do with that. There was no closure for me, and from that point, over the next year, I gained over 80 pounds. I ate and I ate because food doesn't reject you. Most of the weight that I have now is from that breakup. But thank the Lord I'm through it. Now I'm here, my mind is more clear, and I'm ready to move forward. Talking about my breakup was really tough. I've been pushing it to the back of my mind for so long that finally facing it was actually a release. Losing her had such an impact on me. It completely changed the way I dealt with my emotions. That's something I need to work on if I'm going to change the way I deal with pain in the future. I just can't keep running to food any longer. So, mark down, this is the 4th time I've gone to the bathroom today, because I'm going to the bathroom right now. And I'm going to be talking about something that Dr. Galley told me to go pick up. These things, they're keto sticks. You pee on the little end thing, and then you got to correlate it with the side here. This tells you if your body has gone into ketosis or not, which this means nothing. And this means you're heavily into ketosis. It's ketosis time. Woo! And as we see here, let's see, the ketone strip didn't change really any color. It changed that color, which means it's negative, which means my body has not even started into ketosis yet. Pretty natural, I guess. You wouldn't expect me to be instantly into ketosis from not eating for one day. So there we go. Should I collect these, you think? I used to love to go for a run, especially on a day like this, but I gradually became embarrassed and self-conscious about my body, so I eventually stopped. You know, it takes a lot of courage and self-confidence for a person to just not care about what other people may think or what they might say and just go out there and do the things normal people do. Now I'm more embarrassed by the fact that I cared that much to let it stop me for that long.
I do cardiac and pulmonary. Over the years, things that you've seen that we're eating, how we're eating, things such as this. I'm a firm believer that you can damn near eat anything that you want. It's what you do after. I still feel it's input. I think it's exercise. And also I think a lot of it comes back to psychological. There is a criteria that states when gastric bypass should be done clinically. We are doing them now in 13 and 14-year-old kids. When you have a kid 13, 14 that's weighing 325 pounds, you've got a problem. Gastric bypass should only be for those that psychologically cannot handle their weight. In other words, obesity is not a reason to have a gastric bypass. It's very simple. What goes in comes out. Yeah. Unless you have glandular trouble. And that's 1/10% of people that have weight problems.
People come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, but only a small percentage actually have some sort of medical reason they're overweight. As for everyone else, it's mainly due to their emotional eating, lifestyle habits, or both. Ask any of them why they think they're overweight, they're going to tell you they're big boned, it's genetics or something like that. Now, ask those same people what size their great-grandparents were, their great-great-grandparents, and I bet they'll tell you they were all average sized. Ask anyone over 65 how many obese people they remember seeing as a child, and they'll tell you there were very, very few. One of the things I loved to do was play tennis. I'd always hit the courts when I felt like I needed to clear my mind. Now I think it's time to go back to the things that worked for me in the past when I was a lot healthier. These are the things I just don't ever want to give up again. That extra like 50 pounds or something, it really does come into effect whenever you're running around, that's for sure.
How's day 3?
Day 3 so far hasn't been bad. Now in about 6 hours, the story might be changed a bit.
Yeah.
Playing tennis for the first time in years really wore me out. It reminded me of what I'm doing to my body. So I decided to just take it easy for the rest of the day and go to the movies with Paul and Sonia. Although I think this will be the first time ever that I won't be digging into a big tub of popcorn while I'm watching a movie. I am so miserably tired today.
What do you normally eat when you go see a movie?
Typically I get just a bunch of crap, you know.
Well, but they don't really sell anything healthy.
I usually get the Reese's Pieces. Maybe we shouldn't talk about it.
No, I want to hear.
Yeah, but the Reese's Pieces, and then, well, you know, you typically get the big drink, you know, the $15, you know, 16-ounce drink. And I love the, you know, because we've associated watching movies with so much, you know, eating that every time you watch a movie, you feel like you got to eat, you know.
Okay, yeah. It's like, I pledge allegiance to you because you stopped.
Oh man, you're killing me there. That was
Mr. Kenny cough. That cough has got to go.
I know.
It has to go. I think the doctor's supposed to tell you something.
Yeah. Well, my lungs were clean, so were clear.
Well, something's making you cough like that. I don't understand.
I know, it sounds like I've freaking been smoking for 50 years. I don't even smoke. But previously, when I had lost weight, it just went away. The cough just disappeared. And
So it must be flab related.
I guess so. Oh, I'm tired. Day 3 has been a pain in the... So yesterday, I was negative on ketones. We're gonna see how I am today. I'm putting this in my mouth. This is before I pee on it. Here we go. Just peed on this thing. Let's check it out. The other day I was here, I was negative. Let's see where I am today. It's not quite the moderate yet, so I'm still under the small category. So there we go. Ketone sticks, don't leave home without them. Day 3 has come to an end. Well, it's about 3:30, 4 in the morning, and I woke up. I'm just like, oh man, I'm not feeling so well right now. I've got like a headache, and my stomach is like growling like crazy. So I'm just really hungry, and I'm right about now. I'm thinking, man, was this a good idea? And man, I'm only a few days in. It's tough. I mean, it's tough. I'm already feeling it, but hey. Man. Alright. Yeah, I gotta try to go back to sleep. Day 5 is the most difficult so far. The thought of giving up has actually crossed my mind. What stops me is realizing what my life's become and what it's going to continue to be if I let it. When you're ready to make a profound change in your life, you have to face your fears. You have to keep pushing yourself and imagine how different your life could be if you only try.
Your first colonic.
My first colonic, yeah, I know. Oh, I know. I'm kind of, I don't know. I don't know what to think. On a colonic. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad, I guess. They said they'll relax me a little bit, so I'm like, all right. Yeah. My doctors advised me that since my digestive system was going to be inactive for so long, it was necessary for me to clean out my colon. Now, most people know as much about colonics as I do, which is practically nothing. The human colon is over 5 feet long, and the only way for it to fit into our body is by being bent and folded. After years and years of eating, pieces of food and waste become lodged in these folds, causing poor circulation, constipation, allergies, mood swings, just to name a few. Colonic hydrotherapy is an alternative medical process in which warm, filtered water gently fills the colon through the insertion of a small plastic tube. The water enters the crevices in the colon walls and removes pieces of waste. As the pressure inside the colon builds, the water is released and everything is evacuated through the hose. This process is repeated several times until the entire colon has been cleaned. Generally, patients need several colonics before all the waste is removed and they can start feeling the real benefits of a healthy colon. Colonic number 1.
Get ready for it.
I gotta motivate myself. I'm about to get plugged in.
So you're going to be just with the nurse. She'll take care of you for the entire time. Part of what we want to do, since it's your first time that you've ever gotten a colonic, is we want you to be really comfortable and really relaxed.
I'll need to be really relaxed.
You're gonna be fine.
I'm your nurse. I'm going to help you through this session.
All right. I'll need some help.
Okay, 305.2. That's down.
Lost 10 pounds exactly.
Yeah.
It was 315.2.
Okay, please step off. Okay. Open in the back, not the front, because we're going to work back here.
Yeah.
So that's how I want you to put them on. Please empty your bladder.
Okay.
Check your messages on your cell phone if you need. I'm going to just change our program here.
Something unspeakable is scheduled to occur. When it does, it will be a sort of relief. But just for one of us. The more eyes that are on you, the greater resistance movement. And I feel the weight, yeah, I can feel the weight.
The tubing we use is thrown away. It's never used again. So don't go anywhere where they don't throw it away. And this is a smaller tubing that we're going to be using. This, yes. It's a small, tiny one. It's very good. And this machine that you're using will turn off. If you get too much intra-abdominal pressure, it'll turn off. So it's safe. It's a safety feature. If it gets too hot, it'll turn off. But everything in a colonic is breathing. Because sometimes we might want to get the water around some gas.
What's the difference between a colon cleanse and an enema?
If you do an enema at home, you're probably only going to get up on the sigmoid side. And when I do a colonic, the reason they call it high is I can go all the way up across the transverse and all the way over here to the cecum. So I'm getting the total colon. It's hard to do that unless you stand on your head. Now, when you're ready, Kenny, turn on your side for me and look at the bathroom door, please. This is going to be a little unusual. Nobody likes this part. The best thing to do is just open your mouth and breathe through your mouth. Open your mouth, go ah, and gentle push. Ah, take your time. There's 2 valves. Valve of Houston, as a matter of fact, for Texas. Breathe, go ah.
I'm sure glad you used the small one.
Good. This little tiny pillow, put your head there. Alrighty. Already going in, it's been going in. Take a deep breath, please. Good. Now the colon is closer to the back than the front, so the transverse runs along here, so sometimes if you get backaches, you know that it's your colon.
I grew up in the land of undiscarded plastic bags, dirty soft drink cups and candy wrappers.
It won't hurt you, and it sometimes helps you have bowel movements.
So it was, no, it was very good. The only thing that was, the entry was a little rough, but after that, it wasn't so bad. You know, I'm very relaxed through the whole process, actually.
Yeah.
Even to the end, and now I'm just tired.
Probably just want to go home and chill out.
Yeah. Actually, wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Was takeoff and landing was pretty rough, but other than that, no, it wasn't so bad. I've lost 12 pounds, so not bad. That's the story. I'm going home and sleeping now.
Cause I'm too stupid to do what I've gotta do.
So today is a road trip. I'm traveling up north with my friend Atta. We're going to go hang out with some of our friends who are visiting from Iran. Now, I haven't seen them in a while, and so they have no clue what I'm doing.
I believe in what you're doing, and I believe that you're going to be successful. I just decided to fast as long as I'm with you, and I'm just going to drink water. I brought around 20-30 bottles of water, and I'm going to join you on this fast to just support you.
I had to go to the bathroom while we're driving. That was a colonic residue, is what I'll call it. Here I'm between 2 evils. There's a Denny's over here and a Jack in the Crack over here. Oh man, I'm ready. Let's rock and roll. Okay.
These are my friend or relative from Iran.
Hi, Jen.
He's in fasting. He's in 40 days fasting.
Wow.
Just water.
Why you come by fasting to our house?
Blame it on Atta. Over the years that I've gotten to know my Persian friends and their culture, what I've really noticed is how mealtime is their bonding time. They cook together, they eat together. Their connection with food has a whole different meaning. It seems like here in America, we're so caught up in our fast-paced lives that we've forgotten how important these family traditions are. Sure, it's easier to just hit the drive-thru and call that dinner, but think about what we're sacrificing.
So because you cannot eat, I don't want to insult the host.
So he's gonna take care of that problem.
Thanks, yeah.
Yeah. Kenny, we see you in about 31 days.
Very bad, huh?
Actually, the first time I've been hungry. No. I've got water.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
How do you feel there, Kenny?
It smells really good in here. Here's one of the things I can't wait to be over is putting on of shoes. Oh. Yeah, as a big person, I understand this. Most skinny folks don't realize that putting on shoes and tying shoes is actually a very trying ordeal.
Are we really doing this all the way down?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die. Did you time it?
No.
I thought you were supposed to time it.
I was gonna see if I could do it first.
What do you think? How long do you think it's gonna take it?
I don't know. Time and see. It's okay, I gotta take a breather. Doesn't seem like long, but I'm not doing it again.
What's next?
A bed sounds nice.
Are you hungry?
No.
I'm not hungry either.
I'm not hungry.
You probably eat a lot and you're still skinny, huh?
Yeah.
That's not fair.
My doctor advised me not to do any exercise at all during my fast. And of course, I didn't listen to him, and now I'm paying the price. Maybe I'm just trying to go too fast. I just feel like this has been like a 40-hour day. I don't know why. But actually, I started off the day fine, and then I started off fine, and then the freaking end of the day just seemed like ongoing.
You starting to wonder why you did this in the first place?
Well, that has crossed my mind a few times. I'm like, being fat's not so bad.
It's not that bad. It'll go by really fast.
No, yeah. Is that what you're telling yourself too?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm telling myself too.
It's now been 15 days of not chewing or eating junk food on a daily basis. Now, I've managed to keep one of my bad habits, though, and that's chewing straws. The good part is they have 0 calories. The bad part, well, they have 0 flavor. The amazing transformation from bed to couch. And to office now.
Just give it a couple seconds.
There it is. 301. Oh man, 301.6. I only lost
Well,
like
let's
2
check
pounds.
the percentage of body fat. Well, your weight is coming down, but not
What
losing
about-
weight is one thing. Losing body percentage
yeah.
fat and getting your
important.
getting your BMI to the right level is where you want to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
BMI, not just the BM.
And now, Mr. Comedian, how
Yeah, I
about
know,
that
exactly.
demo? Have a great time.
Let's see. So all these years, I've been looking at myself You know, I see myself in the mirror, and sometimes I stand there and I feel like crying because it's just like, who is this person in the mirror? It's disgusting. It really makes me disgusted to look at myself. And when you look at yourself that way and you feel disgusted by what you've become, then you know what? You got to do something about it. This is just not something that's like, oh, hey, this is, I'm big and fat, No, it's I'm fat and now I've got to do something about it because I'm going to die young. I'm going to die.
This is the measurements that we took last week, and your weight went down from 315 to 305, and that's simply because you were burning muscle, okay, instead of body fat. So that showed in your numbers. That's why your percentage of body fat number went up, even though your weight went down. Okay. Now where we're at is today. Okay. So your weight is coming down still off of 305. Okay. All right. But what's even better is your percentage of body fat's coming down. Okay. So it's gone from 58 now down to 54. Very cool. All right. So you've sort of crossed this threshold.
So you got plugged in this time, huh?
Yeah, it was easy. It was no big deal at all.
Oh, that's good.
It was like very relaxing, except for the cramping.
Yeah. You dropped some weight too, huh?
Yeah.
Dropped weight. She's lost some pant sizes.
Yep.
So that's good.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and my weight, speaking of weight, went I only lost like 2 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, that's it.
But your stomach's gone down now. Look
Yeah.
at no more table.
That's what
it's
she
more like a slide. Woo.
Yeah, exactly. but my fat percentage has gone down.
Oh, it does.
Like 4 or 5%.
Oh, good.
So now that means that I'm burning fat more than I am burning muscle now. So that's good. Even though I'm still fat. I'm almost 3 weeks into this, and I'm thinking of all the ups and downs I've had so far. Wait, I still have how many days to go? Is there another rock or something? I'm getting it. Oh, Lord. No. Is that the close one or far away? Now do it a little closer. The things the Sailors family does to get a picture. Uh-oh. Ah, crap. Oh, okay. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh, for the sake of a stinking picture. It's a cool picture, though. I hope. How many overweight friends do you have compared to those that are in good shape?
2 overweight friends.
Okay, out of your close friends. What about family? How many of your immediate family?
My whole family is obese. Aunties, uncles, and even parents.
Now, what would you say is the most commonly eaten thing? Do you have McDonald's or they eat McDonald's? I was going to tell you about what happened last night. What happened? I get out, I go for a walk, and I get on the phone and I start talking to, make my phone calls, and I ended up down by Wilshire. I saw McDonald's, and all of a sudden, I wanted to go eat so badly. It was overwhelming. The power of it was just like, I was literally standing on the corner going, oh, Kenny, don't go down there. Yeah. I wasn't hungry, but my mind was just like craving the food. It hit me it hit me bad. Like the worst thing I've ever seen. And my body's like going, okay, haha, the joke's over. Now go eat. Go eat junk food. Not just eat, but eat junk food. And so it's like the addiction is calling out to me now. It was like insane. Like I don't even know how to explain it, because I was just like, it was crazy, intense. Day 21 is a milestone for me, the longest I've ever gone without food. I never imagined I could feel this good by not eating. It's true what they say, that you feel light and connected with God. It's almost euphoric. I'm feeling inspired, so I'm spending the day at my friend's place and getting into my music. Now that I'm not preoccupied with food all the time, It's really given me the ability to reevaluate my life, my priorities, my ambitions. I want to change my life. I've had so many dreams that I set aside and just didn't pursue because of my weight, because of my insecurities. Growing up, music was my life, my passion. One of my deepest regrets is not pursuing that path. I gave up on my dream when I gave up on myself. I can't let this weight interfere with all that anymore. I also hope that what I'm doing will somehow inspire others to know that they can face their fat and look beyond that barrier. If you believe in yourself, any dream is possible. As we go, day 21, which is supposed to be a turning point for everything. So, there's nothing like going back to nature to help you get your mind off the fact that you haven't eaten for a month. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen today because my friends have invited me to a campground for a barbecue, which is my favorite kind of food. Boy, this is going to be tough. I'm beginning to wonder what kind of friends I have that would put me through this torture. And this is the first time in my whole entire life as a human, and life as something that's not a human. I don't know what that means, but that I've ever been in any camping situation where I was not eating.
How does it feel?
It sucks.
I'm here to show you guys how to barbecue hot dogs. As you know, barbecue hot dog comes from Iran.
Well, last time I checked, Iran's not known for their barbecue, but Texas is. Well, that's right.
30 days of fasting is trying to prove you could do it. He's barbecuing for everybody, but he's not going to eat it.
Oh, feels good to even touch food.
Is that the first time you touched food?
It is. It feels good. These do look like the best hot dogs I've ever seen. So I was sitting there the other day and I thought, I was just curious. I said, well, I got to figure out, I want to see who, because there's got to be a world record for fasting, right? Yeah. And so I just decided to go look online. So I went and typed in and looked online, and I saw that apparently David Blaine, when he hung up in the Times Square thing, you know, he did it for 44 days. And so some Russian dude did it last year and for 50 days. And so that's when I was like, well, you know what? They can do. I'm doing it 40 days. I'm doing pretty good. Why the crap not go for 55? Just try to get the world record, you know. Be kind of cool, getting the Guinness Book of World Records. Yeah. That'd be neat. I thought the fast was supposed to turn me off to like greasy stuff and looking, but man, this food looks delicious, man. Oh, it smells so good. Man, that's a lot of hot dogs. Man, and I can't have any of them.
Corn and potatoes together. That's good. At least in Texas, right?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, the mashed potatoes good. They look good too. Everything looks good. What am I talking about? Crazy people. I'm feeling it's time to give Paul and Sonia a break, so I'm going to go spend a few days at Jeremy and Elena's. They've heard about what I'm doing, and they're making an effort to change their old ways and to eat healthier. I haven't seen them in a while, so it's going to be good to catch up and get their perspective on things.
She inspired me to
cleanse. So cut back on all our
food. So we cut down on, we have like 1 meal a day and like 2 shakes a day. Man, I was irritable as hell. I was going off of her for no reason. And I was like, damn, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I can only imagine if I wasn't eating anything.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is I'm getting where I'm less irritable about things, but then I just go through moments of being really irritable.
But they say there's so many, women have a hard time losing weight because there's so many foods that mimic estrogen. So there's, the body assumes that it has too high of a dose of estrogen, which makes you store fat in your belly because the belly fat is where breaks down the estrogen or something.
Yeah.
So they're storing a lot more fat in their stomachs because of the food we eat.
And I'm convinced that's why there is so much sickness in the United States and in the world, is because we are just eating so much stuff. And since the majority of our immune system is in our digestive system, basically you are what you eat. You eat junk food, you eat fat and greasy food, you'll be a fat and greasy dude.
Let's pretend this day
Cajun rice. Yeah, and on top of it, check it out. Jambalaya chicken grilled. Ooh.
Food is everywhere. On TV and movies and magazine ads, I see it everywhere I go. I just can't escape it. The temptations are overwhelming, especially with the smell of food cooking all around me. Now, with Jeremy taunting me, it's enough to make me want to run out the front door, find the first fast food place I see, and order half the menu. Food is like heroin to me. My mouth waters as I envision eating all that greasy food. I mean, it's an addiction that's so hard to overcome because no matter what, you have to eat to live.
Dinner is served. Round two.
I'm so close to finishing, I just have to hang in there. I've been doing some research and have really started to understand the severity of this obesity epidemic. I wondered if any of our elected officials would be willing to talk to me about what they're doing to get this situation under control, but I quickly found out how much they cared.
You have reached President Clinton's office, Arnold Schwarzenegger. White House Office of Media Affairs. You've reached the scheduling office of Hillary Clinton. In order to expedite your call, please select from the following options. Please press 4. Please press 1 now. Your call will be transferred.
Governor's office. Yes, can I speak to someone in the scheduling department, please? I had submitted a request for an interview about a month and a half ago to 2 months ago. Okay. I'm calling about a scheduling request or an interview request that I had submitted about a month and a half ago, and I was just calling to follow up and see the status of that request. They keep telling me they're going to call me back, but no one ever does. How about?
Please hold for the following options.
Hello?
President Clinton's office.
Yes, I'm calling about a interview request that I sent in about a month and a half ago.
Well, all right. Actually, you're connected to the scheduling department right now, so let me transfer you over to press. When did you submit it?
About a month and a half, 2 months ago. I submitted about a month and a half to 2 months ago, and I have not heard any response.
I couldn't personally identify what happened to it or what stage it is during the process.
Okay.
But if you'd like to fax it to us again and mark it urgent, then that might
okay.
That might be helpful. Okay, let me talk to people in that department, and hopefully we can get back to you maybe by the end of the week.
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't handle the scheduling stuff, but I can transfer you over to that department.
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great.
Hold on a second.
Hello, Pam. This is Kenny Sailors. We spoke about a month ago in regards to an interview request for Vice President Al Gore for a documentary about the obesity epidemic. Thank you very much, and I look forward to your call. Oh, yeah, good day, mate. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. Since none of the politicians wanted to talk to me, I figured I'd try to meet with the authors of a book I'd read, Thin from Within, to get some advice on how to change the way I think about food. Okay, so I see some of these people who are like weighing like 800 pounds and stuff. How does somebody let themselves get that big? Yeah. What do you say in that situation?
I would think there would be something emotionally really, really traumatic that has occurred. To use food. The thing is there's a lot of there's alcohol, there's drugs, there's sex, there's all these addictions. And people can kind of do them behind the closet and you stay thin. But here you have somebody who's addicted to food and their body's getting bigger and everyone knows.
Once you're at that weight, it's going to take so long to get back to where you are that it's really hard to get motivated to change your behaviors.
And I can totally understand.
And it's interesting, probably in your fast, you sort of have to get a life in a way. It's like all that mental space that's occupied by foods and thinking about what am I going to eat? What would be good for lunch? What would be good for snack? all of a sudden it's like, well, let me get a life. Let me figure out what are my dreams.
In our culture, that food is such a coping mechanism, especially for kind of the good guys, you know, because you could either do drugs, you could do alcohol, but with food you can still function, you can still work, you can still take care of your family.
And it's
you
not illegal anywhere.
It's not illegal. That's right.
So, and you're only harming yourself, you're not hurting anyone else. So, you know, there are some people that can go on a diet, lose weight, and stay with it, you know, and learn how to, and be okay with weighing food and counting calories. So many people that we talk to and work with that have spent their life really being so focused on their body and food that they haven't lived.
I discovered today while putting on my pants, these pants were tight on me, very tight on me whenever I first began, and now they're extremely baggy. So I've apparently lost a lot of weight in my legs. I had pretty chunky legs again. And also, there's how much weight has gone down on my hips from where I was wearing. I mean, that's a lot. I'm actually pretty shocked about that myself, dang. Yeah, and I have a long way to go still. I have a lot of days left, so that's excellent. But the greatest part is, I'll never have to wear these pants again.
Right.
Because
you get a whole new wardrobe.
I know. Gotta go buy new clothes now.
Baggy jeans.
I know. See, I got my necklace, and I got the baggy pants. This is my gangsta starter kit, yo.
Homie K.
What's up?
K-Dog.
Straight up players, don't be hating on me.
I talked to some people on the streets to get their views on the subject of weight.
I've lost 30 pounds in the last 2 months.
Really, man? That's excellent, man.
You mind doing what? Like
yeah, how did you do that?
Out or
change my eating style.
From eating the way you were to eating healthy, what's the hardest thing you found as being a change?
Just not waking up at night and grabbing the wrong things. You know, instead of grabbing a sandwich or something like that, I'll take a piece of fruit or
smart,
grapes or whatever fruit. I started buying more stuff like that, more fish.
Oh, that's great.
What do you think, in your honest opinion, about a guy doing a 55-day fast, setting a world record?
I think it's great, you know, if you live through it.
It was difficult to get people to talk on camera about obesity unless they themselves were thin or were in the process of losing weight. It made me realize how afraid and uncomfortable people are about this issue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel so bad eating in front of Kenny. But it has to be done.
It looks obvious they feel very bad about it. As they're
no, you done with that crust?
Yeah, I know.
Never thought I'd get so tired of water. But when it's all you have, you really get sick of it. It's weird, like when you're just around people, people talk about food all the time. I would venture to say that, 70 to 75% of everyone's conversation revolves around food. And I know that sounds like a far-stretching statement to make, but man, when you're not eating, everything related to food jumps out at you. And then when people talk about it, everywhere we go, people are like, oh, I like this, I like that. You know, it's just really, it's crazy.
I'm at my breaking point. I'm physically, emotionally, and spiritually exhausted. How much longer can I keep doing this? I'm almost at the end of it, or I would be, but now I'm trying to break a world record.
I'm way into the whole fast now. I mean, I'm nearing on, I don't know, 30-something days. You lose count after a while, even though I keep track of it all. I just, I don't know. But today I went out with Jeremy and Elena, and we played tennis. I was so exhausted that when I got back, I just crashed out. I just took a shower and laid down and just been like, blah. I mean, I could barely even walk up the stairs here. I'm so tired. I vomited, and I'm like, what's there to vomit? I've got nothing in my stomach. I'm like, and it was weird because it was like pink, like I guess it was just stomach acid. Is all I did, but so that's a word of caution out there. Is I gotta make sure not to go crazy like that anymore. I need to really be careful because, it hit me today. I was like, man, I've done, I got to be careful on the exercise.
What am I doing? Have I lost sight of my goal? Is going for the world record really more important to me than my health, than my well-being? What am I trying to prove to myself? These past few days, I've been reevaluating my life and the direction I've been going. I've realized that I've put off pursuing a music career for way too long. Songwriting is my outlet. It's my way of expressing my emotions, good or bad. I'm going back to doing the things that make me feel good about myself, and I'm going to pursue my dream.
Okay, the nurse is on her way up. Are you ready for your band?
I know.
I'm so excited. I told you might grow though. We should measure you after. That's one thing that might actually be a nice little side effect. Go ahead and step off. And, ladies and gentlemen, 274.4.
Well, I mean, I lost 41 pounds. I got a lot of excess still to go.
Wow. Your
So-
body mass index is now 41.6. Oh, my friend, you are going in the right direction.
Yeah,
All right.
41 pounds.
Pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fabulous.
I saw a magazine the other day. It was on there, and the cover it says she lost 30 pounds in 3 months. I was like, ah.
So your body mass index when you started was about 48,
Okay.
which is pretty extreme. And now it's down to 41.6.
Oh, that's
So you're
good.
doing
So it is
tremendous.
good.
The fat was nearly 58%. That's where I was getting that number from.
58.
And now that's down to about 50%.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So you're doing amazing
Still a lot, but
progress.
it's better.
I am utterly amazed at how well you're doing. I
well.
really am. I mean, I think it's great that we're doing these treatments, but it's
Yeah.
like it's a lot attributed to you.
Yeah, well, I'll be honest, I'm quite shocked myself.
And what is this about trying to break the record?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to go in and it's 50 days. So I figure, well, I'm doing 40, and I'm doing good. I'm not like freaking out about it or anything. You
Right.
Know, so,
And now you're going to push it to
15 more days. Yeah.
so a total of
55 days.
55 days of water fasting.
Yeah. Might as well go to an extreme with it, and
That's stunning.
Yeah.
I know. Of course, we're going to have to get some clearance with Dr. Golly. And
Right.
No, really, we'll check you out.
Yeah.
Make sure everything is good.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, I think you're doing amazing.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely amazing. And if it was anyone else in any other condition, there's no way they could push for that record.
Yeah,
But
no.
because of where you're at, I think you could do it.
Well, it is now day 40 of my original fast. However, since we discovered during the fasting process that the world record was actually 50, this means 40 is just another day, which kind of sucks but day 40 is now come and gone. And so what I do, so Sonia went and made me a nice little 15 more days to the world record chart. So tomorrow I get to begin my day 41 to my final 55 days to break the record. So this is the new addendum to the thing. I'm getting near the end of my fast, and Sonia's already finished with hers, so we decided to arrange for a group of friends to come together and talk about everything we've been dealing with and learning about these past several weeks.
Whenever I told people I was going to go fasting for 40 days, they're like, "What, are you crazy?" Or, even I had a doctor tell me, "So do you have a death wish?"
Do you miss like a good taco or guacamole?
No, it's funny because I really don't think about it. Like right now, it's actually going to be as hard for me to go back to eating as it was for me to stop.
How did that affect you? Did it look great? But I mean,
I feel so good now, and I lost 40 pounds, and I still had to make Paul food, and I was never starving. But on the 5th day, I really wanted fried chicken, and then that kind of went away. But I think it's because I was kept watching TV, and I was watching
Food Network commercials.
When you're overweight, you're vulnerable to people in public that don't even know you, and they'll judge you or say comments to you that are so hurtful that they don't really know. You already know this about yourself. You don't need to hear it. And
Right. Does it make you more unsocial? That's what I want to know. Do you feel like maybe I shouldn't go out? Imagine what happens to the kids. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about, a person's overweight. So the discipline they have in the refrigerator reflects on their kids.
Absolutely.
So that learned behavior that we were talking about.
Yeah.
I think.
It's also kids. You've got companies like McDonald's that equals toys and playland, and that's burger and fries, McDonald's. So even when you become an adult, there's still that subconscious playland,
It must have been really extremely hard for you because you came from a fairly slim guy from high school, looking good.
Very slim. Boy, she knew me in high school.
My image of Kenny was like dancing, performing on stage, singing, this thin little guy.
As you start letting yourself go mentally, you start saying, well, it's okay. Is that what you did in your mind? You convince yourself.
I start saying, what's another hamburger?
Yeah.
I already weigh this much. If I eat one more, it's easy. And I'm not worried about it. I'll just eat one more, and then I'll start tomorrow. I can't tell you how many Mondays I've had in my life. I'm going to start on Monday.
I think after today, I will change my way. You guys give me inspiration.
Hollywood attracts tourists from all over the world. I was curious what they thought about the eating habits of Americans.
Welcome to Hollywood, right? We're on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, I think that you've got a lot more choice, a lot more fast food. I don't know, your drink seems to be about this big.
That's a gallon.
Like this, it's like, how can you drink that?
You fill it up.
And then it's refillable, yeah. everything's refillable. That's not big in England. You buy a cup of coffee, drink it, that's it. You don't get a second cup.
This is where you get like a hamburger this big. Here you can have this one and this one and this one here. And everybody eats and eats and drinks and drinks.
And vegetables.
Vegetables. You don't you eat a lot of vegetables.
We eat a lot of vegetables.
I think because there are too many McDonald's and too many shops that sell a lot of sauce.
In Italia, the food is very good.
Healthy.
I love Italian.
We don't have ketchup, mayonnaise everywhere. Here, it's too many fried food.
I met a girl the other day whose father is both a cardiologist and a professional bodybuilder. I thought it would be really interesting to get his viewpoint on fasting and the best way for me to get healthy. These are your pictures here of your...
Yeah, those are some of my pictures. Those two I placed first, and that was my first competition about 9 years ago. My goal was to place in the top 5 for the Masters nationwide in my age group.
Were you a doctor first or you bodybuilder first?
I was a doctor first, but I've always been interested in nutrition and sports, athletics, and so forth. I still am a cardiologist and internist, but I kind of look outside the box, and because really obesity is an epidemic, and it certainly affects heart health. And what really frightens me is what's happening to the children today. I mean, we have young school-age children that are developing adult-onset diabetes because of obesity and the fact that these children are just not active. So we're seeing diabetics in, 11, 12, 13-year-olds. Anyone that has gone through losing weight in the past, they have willpower. Dieting isn't so much the issue. It's learning how to really make changes that will affect you for the long term.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on fasting and what happens to the body?
You had this goal that you were going to lose weight, and yeah, it wasn't extreme, but it's not much different than what bodybuilders do when they bulk up and then cut down for a contest. So yes, it's extreme, and no, I would not recommend it for the general population. Yeah, you will lose weight, but first you lose water weight, okay? And then as your metabolism comes to a screeching halt, then you start losing muscle weight. Now, the more muscle you lose, the slower your metabolism. So you eventually will get to a point in which weight loss will end. Okay, now you are a very strong individual and you were determined to go through this. You beat the odds. There's not many people I know that could be on a fast as long as you were and could be as successful as you were.
What's the difference between fasting and anorexia?
It's an extreme form of eating disorder in which one is controlling what they put in their mouth with the aim of starving themselves. See, yours was not so much a need to control what you put in your mouth. You had a goal of wanting to lose this amount of weight, and you had a predetermined time period in which to do it. This is one of the problems I have found in dealing with obese people in general, is that you feel so deprived that you must bust out. So what these people do, then they'll overeat. And then they will feel like they're total failures because they screwed up again, and then they go off a diet and they overeat and they get fatter. It's just, if you look at people that have gone through yo-yo dieting time after time after time, the common thread that I have found is that they always feel like failures. They can't end up doing what they put their mind to do, and they feel like they were failures, so they might as well just be fat, because I can't beat the odds.
Sonia and I started this fast together, supporting each other spiritually and emotionally. This journey has really bonded our friendship for a lifetime.
I can't believe I finished my fast.
Finished in
40 days, lost 40 pounds. I learned that I needed to take more time to take care of myself and to do what I need to do to stay healthy. It's weird though that when you don't eat for so many days, you don't even think about food anymore.
When you deprive yourself of food, you start realizing how much you have control over your food.
Growing up, I just remember at school, I got picked on. There was always the few, kids that would pick on me and tease me. And getting into my adulthood, first of all, I didn't date. I was always going out with my girlfriends and going dancing, and I was the one that was always holding everybody's purse. The funny thing is, I used to think if I could just have a guy in my life, and that would love me and take care of me, then I could go on and go after my dream, Because I never really went after my my dream of being an artist. Because I thought I have to take care of this first, and so I ended up going through relationships with guys, and I had this series of boyfriends that were not the greatest guys, They were more like verbally abusive, not physically, but I had one boyfriend that used to tell me that I was borderline ugly, and he told me once I'll never forget, we were at Magic Mountain and we were in line for this ride, and he told me he was embarrassed to be seen with me. And
Your boyfriend?
Yeah. And I still stayed with him because I thought, I'm never going to find anybody else. And I think that a lot of women that are overweight think that.
So they put up with a lot more.
They put up with a lot more because they don't feel that anyone else is going to want them. So I went through that period, and the funny thing is that the one guy that said that to me, I thought, well, I'll show him, I'll lose weight, and then I'll dump him. I lost 75 pounds in like 5 or 6 months, I don't remember. I ended up staying with him.
Wow. Why?
Because by that time, I still had my self-esteem, It took me a long time. I was with him for 6 years, and in 6 years of someone telling you you're borderline ugly and that you'll never meet anybody better than them, you start to believe it. And when you get older and you start to see what life's really about, and you see that, you know, all what you're doing for everyone else, you're trying to help everybody else, you realize that you deserve that same love that you're giving to everybody else. You deserve it for yourself just as much as they deserve it. So why aren't you doing it for yourself? You know, and then that's when you start to weed out the people that are not good in your life. You know, and when I started doing that, that's when I started attracting the right people to me. And then I found Paul.
Yeah.
Who's like Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And it was worth the journey going from that to finding someone wonderful.
This is it, my last weigh-in. I'm so proud to be able to say that I reached a personal milestone. And now it's just time to find out how much my hard work's paid off.
So he went from 315 down to 271.
So what is that, how many would that be, 15?
That's 44 pounds. But the interesting thing about it...
What was his fat, percentage?
Yeah, the percentage of body fat has come down dramatically because it was at 53%, actually over 53%, and now it's down to 46%.
Oh.
So that's important. And then when you look...
how many pounds of fat would that be?
Exactly, thank you, doctor. When you look at the fat mass, he actually lost 40 pounds of fat and only 4 pounds of lean body mass.
Not
so
bad.
that's pretty spectacular.
Wow. Preserving muscle mass is,
really
is the name of the game.
And really unusual.
Yeah.
So let's get you measured to see how toned this buff body is.
Yeah, I know all these muscles I have.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to the measurements because all my clothes have been like, this shirt was like spandex on me when I started. Oh, but the thing I was going to ask you about was the ketone strips, where I've been peeing on them, but it's gone up. It went up really high, and for a long time it was really high, and then it started going down, and then up, and then down, and then the past like 4 or 5 days, it's been like trace amount.
That's good.
Oh, so that's normal?
That's very
Oh, okay. What, 5.5 inches around the stomach. I've gone down a couple pant size, which I've noticed because my pants don't fit me anymore.
And for you to lose 50-some pounds?
44.
44 pounds? It's not bad, like a pound a day. My God, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
So that is really, for each pound of fat, you need to spend 3,500 calories. Okay.
Yeah. No.
So a man usually requires for daily maintenance anywhere between 28 to 3,200 calories a day. So basically, you are living on your own fat. There you go.
We have.
She never gives me anything.
I never give anybody anything, but he broke a world record for goodness sake.
Yeah, I know.
So this is the VIA that Georgette talked about.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, yeah.
So this is what's going to help you break your fast in a very healthy way. This is whole food, not a juice. And of course, dun dun dun.
Hey, nice. Good. I'm always in here.
Because what I love is, remember the first time that you fit into this?
Yeah, right.
Because this is the biggest one we have, and you didn't fit the first
I didn't
time.
fit in it the first time.
So now you more than
I know,
fit.
now I fit
That's
into
it.
That's
There
great.
you go.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yeah, and my congratulations on doing so well. We are all phenomenally proud of you.
What did you learn about yourself?
What did I learn about myself? That I actually, if I put my mind to it enough, I can actually go and turn down food. That's one of the big things, because that's one of the biggest problems that and I think that's one of the things that most people in the world and who are overweight, their biggest problem is they don't think they can say no to food. And see, and I didn't, and I always thought that, and I proved it because I did it. But you learn through the whole thing, you realize that, you know, if you put your mind to it enough that you can change your mind, you can change your body. I'm like, I finished. You know, yay, I get to eat something tomorrow. drink something besides water. Take 128 ounces in a gallon. The last days here, 55 is here, and that is me, which I should cross out too. Yay, 55 days. 55 days, and I've drunk so much water. I will probably never be able to drink anything but water again the rest of my life. Completely. Although I am looking forward to making iced tea. Iced tea will taste good. Yay, 55 days.
Congrats. Hey! Look at that. Oh, my lovely hair and everything. Oh, thank you, guys. He gave me a coupon for juice. Oh, thank you guys so much. Oh, man. Congrats. Thanks. Couldn't have done it without you guys, that's for sure.
I probably could have gone 60 days, but that probably would have been a good idea. But I started getting actually towards the past few days, I started getting pains in my side.
I'm gonna do carrot apple.
Carrot apple sounds very good. It was weird actually having something, because I hadn't had anything, not even mints, anything. Just the closest thing I even come to chewing anything was I chewed a straw. When I get stressed out, I chew straws and plastic things, which is probably not a good habit, but.
How many of us are drinking?
They all need to be. Yeah, everybody should try it. Here it is. Day, 56 now, I guess, huh? Cheers, I finished, yay! Thank you. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm full.
Well,
man.
You're still alive.
Yeah. Bright light, getting bigger. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it tastes good. But it's weird.
What do you think?
I think it's actually really good.
Is the first time you had homemade carrot juice?
Well, freshly squeezed carrot juice, you can't get this stuff in bottles.
It actually tastes really good.
Well,
that's that.
It's good.
There we go, guys. We're all done. I'm a little disappointed I didn't lose as much weight as I thought I would, but who can complain about losing 50 pounds or 44 or whatever the crap was?
5 from your waist?
Yeah, 5-something inches from my waist. No, I'm very happy. I certainly don't regret it. Anytime I lose any weight, I don't regret it. But the important thing is that what I disregarded in this, because I went 55 days, because actually about, a few days, quite a few days before this, my hunger actually came back, and I let it cycle again, and you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to let your hunger cycle again once you've been so long. But of course, I was going for a world record, so I thought I'd let do it, but that got into danger zone.
Was there any particular craving for type of food?
Yeah, well, pretty much anything with the word fast and food conjoined, yeah. But then it's just making a conscious choice. Like, okay, I can have this fried chicken that's not good for me, or I can have the same basic ingredient of chicken baked and it's healthy for me, But the good thing, I feel like now that I'm at the starting line, Yeah, exactly. And now I actually feel like, because now the fasting, I actually felt like I was doing something, really crazy. Now I actually feel like I'm starting line. can honestly say that this has been one of the toughest things I've ever put myself through. People are telling me, "You're so much thinner." Yeah, I lost weight. Not as much as I'd hoped to, but this wasn't meant to be some magic solution to all my problems. What's most important is that I set a goal for myself, I made the effort, and as hard as it was, I didn't give up. I didn't give in. When people taunted me with food or told me it was impossible, I never gave up on myself, and I never will again. To believe in yourself and to have faith is worth everything, especially when you face the thing that has kept you down and kept you from truly living. And then you conquer it. You know, I once heard it said that it's never too late to be who you might have been. And now, for the first time in years, I know I can be that person.
The van is heading for Ramiza's remote home village of Isacic on Bosnia's northwest border.
The plan is to wait in a van near to the school, take the children. Once we've got the children in the van, then I can sit down and talk to the children and explain to them what's happening, what's going on. I know it's going to be very traumatic for them. I'm not only doing it for myself, I'm doing it for the children as well, because they have a right to know who their mother is. And they will learn the truth then. I know deep in my heart I am doing the right thing.
It's here. Here it is here. Yeah, turn it round so that you're ready to leave. Do you understand?
The van is parked on the road Alison's daughters would have to take to the village school. Alison may only have a few seconds to identify them as they walk past.
What time is it now? 7. All right, you've got a little while.